G'day everybody, where's Wally here? Well, I was just watching Antonio going on for another 4-hour session. Oh man, that boy can talk. Anyway, he said,
I'm no longer interested in trying to reach more people so that more people can know that the Earth is flat. No, I've not actually been interested in that for a long time. I'm interested in getting the details right.
at one point, that he's interested in getting things right, not in getting subs, not in getting subscribers, just interested in getting things right. Well, Antonio, I'm here to help you, mate. You'll want to know this, of course, because this is where you're failing. When you get that Google Earth track and you start comparing it to FlightAware, and the white lines are meaningless, you can't follow those. That's just the serving suggestion. That's just where the plane quite possibly is. And of course, so basically what it does is it puts in a shortest line between the 2 points, where it went off the radar and when it found it again, and said it probably went across here. But of course, in these two flights where it went up and over the pole, that's not going to be the case. It didn't follow the great circle between those 2 points. It went up and over the pole. Now, Crowxy, he did try to tell you this many times during your live hangout, but of course you didn't listen. So I'm really wondering just how much you really want to be right. And did you also notice, have you seen where I've been trying to tell you that the one more orbit flight did actually show up on FlightAware weekly summary, and that was their Arion data that was coming from the satellite. So you can see the flight track go right down over Antarctica and then right back up to Punta Arena again. So there you go. Plus, I hope you've also seen the photo taken from down on the ground looking straight up with the southern star field above it and the plane's nav lights going straight through the middle of it, absolutely proving it went straight over. So I was going to give you these couple of other photos which would show you how they did the magic trick. Here's the one where they're just flying the little plane straight out of the Guppy plane. That could have been one way they did it. And then there's also this one where they've got 4 planes on the deck. They've got the Guppy and a jet. Well, that jet would have been handy for flying the people around real quick. And then the 2 planes for the twins. What do you think, Antonio? Do you think that's how they did it? Or did they just fly one plane around the globe, 4 legs, 46 hours? So much easier.
And it's so simple.
Okay, so that whole exercise showed that Antonio was very unaware of how to use FlightAware. But now that he is aware of how to use FlightAware, I wonder if he'll change what he's doing and what he's saying, and whether he will accept that one more orbit did in fact go over both poles. And bear in mind, Antonio, there is still more data to be found and it is coming yet, so be careful what you say, because sometimes the data will just pop up and bite you.
Sorry, Wolfie, I didn't mean to call you a cretin, sorry.
Okay, so now we're going to do some critical analysis of Antonio's map here while we're down in the shed. So, of course, we need a laser to do that properly, a laser pointer kitty. So, of course, the flight started here somewhere, and then it went up over the Antarctica, the North Pole, down into Europe here somewhere, and that was the first fueling stop. Then it had a second fueling stop over here at Mauritius. Now, somehow Antonio thinks that it goes all the way over to here and flies around to... watch out, Wolfie, but not get you. Over here to Antarctica somewhere and refuels. But that distance around there, they're going to need another fueling stop here somewhere. Did you think of that, Antonio? And then once you've been here, then you're going to need another fueling stop here to get all the way around to Punta Arena over here before you can even get back up to the Kennedy Space Center. I really think you're going to have to rethink this whole distance thing, Antonio. That's a bit of special pleading. It's just not going to cut it. You can't get around from Mauritius over the South Pole when we've now got evidence that the plane flew directly over the top of the South Pole. So we know they went there. And you've got to get the plane back around to here. So it took, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 stops along here. And you want to send it around there in just one? I don't think so.